yourself a chair and sit down, get you. Gonna hear some news of the military nature. Relax while I give you the latest report. Sport that ever was the finest sight when all our boys were fixed to fight on D-Day, 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 D-Day. We hope they'll soon be coming back, for now they're on a solid track since D-Day, 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 D-Day. It'll take more than a weekend, so let's be patient and calm. Cut out that public speaking, or we'll be the victim of false alarm. We got to help, we're in it too, so buy those bonds and I do mean you for D-Day, 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 D-Day. So let's be patient and calm. Cut out that public speaking, or we'll be the victim of false alarm. We got to help, we're in it too, so buy those bonds and I do mean you for D-Day, 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 D-Day. D-Day, D-Day, D-Day.
Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hills, sketch the trees and the daffodils, catch the breeze and the winter chills in colors on the snowy linen land. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Starry, starry night, flaming flowers that brightly blaze, swirling clouds in violet haze, reflect in Vincent's eyes of china blue, colors changing hue. Morning fields of amber grain, weathered faces lined in pain, are soothed beneath the artist's loving hand. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now, for they could not love you, but still your love was true. And when no hope was left inside on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night, portraits hung in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget, like the strangers that you've met, the ragged men in ragged clothes, a silver thorn, a bloody rose, lie crushed and broken on the virgin snow. Now I think I know what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they're not listening still. Perhaps they never
How do you do, young Willie McBride? Do you mind if I sit here down by your graveside and rest for a while in the warm summer sun? I've been walking all day and I'm nearly done, and I see by your gravestone you were only 19 when you joined the great falling in 1916. Well, I hope you died quick, and I hope you died clean. Oh, Willie McBride, was it slow and obscene? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? And did you leave a wife or a sweetheart behind? In some loyal heart is your memory enshrined. And though you died back in 1916, to that loyal heart you're forever 19. Or are you a stranger without even a name, forever enshrined behind some old glass pane, in an old photograph torn, tattered and stained, and faded to yellow in a brown leather frame? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? The sun shining down on these green fields of France, the warm wind blows gently and the red poppies dance. The trenches have vanished long under the plow. No gas, no barbed wire, no guns firing now. But here in this graveyard that's still no man's land, the countless white crosses in mute witness stand to man's blind indifference to his fellow man. And a whole generation were butchered and damned. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? And I can't help but wonder, no Willie McBride, do all those who lie here know why they died? Did you really believe them when they told you the cause? Did you really believe that this war would end wars? Well, the suffering, the sorrow, the glory, the shame, the killing and dying, it was all done in vain. Oh, Willie McBride, it all happened again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest?
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I never knew. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Yes, and I've often felt forsaken and certainly misused. Oh, but I'm alright, I'm alright. I'm just weary to my bones. Still, you don't expect to be bright and bon vivant so far away from home, so far away from home. And I don't know a soul who's not been battered. I don't have a friend who feels at ease. I don't know a dream that's not been shattered or driven to its knees. Ah, but it's alright, for we've lived so well so long. Still, when I think of the road we're traveling on, I wonder what's gone wrong. I can't help but wonder what's gone wrong. And I dreamed I was dying. I dreamed that my soul rose unexpectedly, and looking back down at me, smiled reassuringly. And I dreamed I was flying, and high up above my eyes could clearly see the Statue of Liberty sailing away to sea. And I dreamed I was flying. Oh, we come on the ship they call the Mayflower. We come on the ship that sailed the moon. We come in the age's most uncertain hours and sing an American tune. Oh, and it's alright. It's alright, it's alright. You can't be forever blessed. Still, tomorrow's gonna be another word.
Start. So, Poppy, when you went through Utah Beach, where did you go from there?
We went in and we turned towards Sherbrooke.
Is it recorded? Sherbrooke, okay.
So, Pockie, we're going to do this little short videography. And I'm going to ask you some questions and then just give us your answer. So let's start with you. You're already in the UK, and even though you didn't go on D-Day, you went a few days later, tell us what you remember about D-Day itself. You were still stationed in somewhere around London?
I was near Plymouth.
You were near Plymouth, okay.
Okay. And we boarded the ship. We went on, they took us out to the freighter. I think it was manned by Indians. And on that freighter, we went into Normandy. And we left daylight. We got there the next morning, Utah Beach. And I climbed down the ropes, got on a little landing craft. It took us to the shore. And that night, I was placed on guard duty. And the shore was packed with supplies.
So what were your thoughts as you stepped off the landing craft onto the beach?
I was scared. You know, it's the unknown. You don't know what's waiting for you. But
so you guard duty the first night on Utah Beach. Then how many days was it till you made your way to Carrington?
it was quite a while. And from there, it was fighting in the hedgerows. We were making no progress. The Germans had it all, every outlet, it was zeroed in. You get in that exit, they would shoot. So Bradley formulated the breakout.
Cobra.
And then we moved into an area, I would say, back, but from here to 41. And that's when they Bradley told the Air Force he wanted them to dump their bombs parallel to the road, the Pierre St. Louis road. Road this way. And the Air Force said, no, it gives the planes too much exposure to anti-aircraft. We have to fly directly over. When they flew over, they dropped the bombs, and the dust came, and they covered up with and the bombs dropped short. From here to 41, I was that far back, and I could feel it that far back, the effect of the bomb. I could feel it bouncing.
Jeez.
Yeah, so they killed a lot of our soldiers, friendly fire. They killed the general, McNair. He was there.
They dropped too short, the bombs?
Fell short.
Because of the dust?
Dust, and they went the wrong way. They were supposed to come, see, here's the line. They're supposed to come in this way. But they came in this way, right over it. Bombs dropped short.
So what was your recollection of the first time you saw a German soldier? Tell us about that. When you spotted a German soldier?
I have no feelings, just
I mean, do you remember seeing for the first time a Nazi soldier?
saw a lot of
Where, in the hedgerows, or?
laying in the gutter.
Oh.
I saw British airmen killed. They were killed.
I mean the ones that, paratroopers, or?
No, from the Air Corps.
Oh,
Planes
they
got
shot down. Oh. You see a lot of, the Lancaster bombers?
No, at nighttime they went.
Oh.
Didn't see them. A lot of B-20, B-9, B-17s.
Oh, this
Oh, the
is
Flying Fortresses.
Yeah. You look up and you see the streaks. Oh, boy.
So, all right,
That's
so
kinda
the
crazy.
hedgerow fighting, so what happened after the hedgerow fighting? How did you make your way into Carrington?
We never got into Carrington.
I thought you stayed there.
Did you take over? You were at Cherbourg, and then from Cherbourg, once the Allies.
We went to a breakout camp.
Okay.
I can show you. I got a book to show you. And from there we went after the Germans on the breakout.
Did you go to St. Lo? Made your way to St. Lo?
No, St. Lo was to our left.
Okay.
The 29th Division took that. They had a hell of a time. They leveled that town.
I heard.
Is that St.
yeah,
Lo the one with the soldier that
We
was
had lunch
hanging?
there.
Yeah,
St. Margret's.
Remember that?
Oh, is that
Ryan?
St. Mary's? Yeah.
St.
Joe,
Mary's, yeah.
we had lunch there.
Yeah.
Which one was St. Lo?
Remember with the lunch we had? We walked up the stairs,
Yeah.
and it was like
Oh,
I think
yeah.
Pockie broke
Yeah.
a glass or something.
Yeah.
Didn't you remember?
Was that there?
No,
Yeah.
well, you
that-
did
where was
at
it?
the lunch, yeah.
Where was that?
In St. Lo.
St. Lo,
That
yeah.
was St. Lo?
Little restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That
No, that was on
No,
the
that
beach.
was on
That
the
was on the
beach.
beach.
That's on the
Yeah.
beach.
That was on,
Did we make it to St. Lo?
yeah, I think we did,
We
yeah.
had lunch there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember we walked upstairs. It was like a big restaurant. Yeah.
I heard
So-
St. Lo and Cannes were like two of the most heavily bombed cities in the entire war, right?
Con was worse.
That's we stayed in Cannes.
That's where the museum was. Yeah.
So tell us about the battle preceding your capture. Like where were you? What city were you near?
We're not near any cities. We're out in the country. We're just coming out of if I remember, there was one hedgerow, and I'm in a Jeep, and the corporal says, get out here and protect this here, this entrance. And he took off. The next thing I know, here comes a German tank. And he's in the Jeep, and he's yelling. The corporal, the tanks is coming. And he's in the Jeep, and he takes off. I don't know whatever happened to him. I think he got killed. I never saw him again.
Where, you know,
So
do
the
you
car-
have any idea where that was?
Pardon?
Where was that, like, close to? Just
That
in
was
the middle
on
of the country, like, after...
Like near
His-
St. Lo, or
No, St. Louis.
no?
We're-
You're further west.
yeah,
What month was this?
July.
this
Right?
was August, I think.
Oh,
August?
August?
July?
No, it's July. You
I
were
think they
captured in
took over
July.
St. Lo until July, right?
Yeah, I wasn't near St. Louis.
Right.
No.
Pocky, you remember the cemetery we saw when we were driving? Remember that cemetery that was just off to the... So you weren't as far as that
No.
at that point. Okay, so you were further...
Yeah.
I don't even know direction-wise.
I'll show you.
That was way south. So go back to the capture. So the corporal takes off, the tank's coming, so what do you do?
There's a, now let me think. In front of the hedgerow, and I'm back of it, is a light tank. He gets blown. He gets blown. And back of me is an armored car. He gets blown.
Shit.
And German troops coming this way. See, the tank is there. Back of me is the armored car. Here he comes with a pistol.
The German?
I take out a hand grenade, I throw it. He still comes and he shoots. He shot the kid. I think he was aiming for me. And he shot the kid next to me, right now. Bullet hole. Taken prisoner.
Both of you?
Yeah.
Who was he that shot you? Was he just a...
Just a soldier, yeah.
Was he nice, or...
Yeah, he was nice.
What the hell? He was
Thought he
nice.
Well, he's probably just a young kid.
He's trying to kill
So,
you.
okay, so what happened? So he captures you and the guy that got shot in the hand.
So they take me and they march me to their bivouac. Their tanks are there. And we move. The only time you could move is at night. If you move in the daytime, you're dead.
So wait a minute, so go back. What were you thinking? You're like, oh my God, I'm actually being captured.
I felt bad for being captured. I didn't want to be captured.
Well, you say when you
Two of us
only move at night. Really?
B-47s
That makes sense, yeah.
flying. Anything that moved, boom.
Okay.
So that next, got on that back of their tank, and we're riding all night. And we stop, and they hide in the bushes. Here comes a P-4, two of them. They're coming this way.
With the Mustangs?
No,
47.
P-47s are before the Mustang.
And their 20 miller gun shoots one down.
Right.
Really?
Because he was low. He was flying low. If he would have saw us, he would have dropped a 500-pound bomb. Got hit.
So you're captured at that point. What about your what about the farmer guy that
What's that?
That happens later. We'll get to that. That happens
that's too
later.
far out.
No, when you pass the letter, that's later. So, all right. So so then the P-47 gets shot down. Then what happens next?
They put me with this soldier, and he marches me back of the lines to SS captain. He looked like he just come out of the movies. He looked like the guy that played in the Stalag 17, Graves, Peter Graves. And he speaks perfect English. He tells me I was in Washington at the embassy, and I know your country well. We're going to protect you, but we don't want nothing funny from you. Something like that. I said, okay. So they put me, I thought SS, the Lightning.
Was he black shirts, or?
No, the black collar with the lightnings.
Oh, the lightning bolts, yeah. So they were the stormtroopers.
Those are the
yeah,
ancient
that's-
runes. Yeah.
But they're in back of the lines, simple reason that none of their soldiers can retreat.
They'd shoot him, right?
But they treated me good. I was with them all the way across Germany.
France.
They dumped me off at Metz, put me in a jail.
Who else was in the jail?
A bunch of other, they were communists. They were shouting Russian communist slogans.
Oh, boy. How did they treat you, the communists?
I didn't associate with them. Well, see, from there, before I got there, we stopped at that farmhouse where I wrote the letter.
Yeah, recount that
Okay,
again, the
so
letter.
I like the letter. I think
Tell the whole
letter's
story about the
right.
letter.
The only time you can travel, like I said, is at night. Daytime is coming. Right away they go to a farmhouse. They take over. Excuse me, they put me up in a bar by myself. The kid that was wounded, they sent him to a hospital, German hospital. So I'm there, all by myself. I go walk out a little bit, and had a little garden, and I picked up something to eat, like an apple. And the guard says, back in the bar. Then lo and behold, here comes this Frenchman. He speaks broken English.
He's a reporter, right?
He says, I'm from Caen, refugee. Anything I can do for you? I had a match cover. And I wrote down, could you write to my folks? But Akron, Ohio, 1099 Berwyn Street, Akron, Ohio. There was no zip. And zips it.
There were no zip codes back then?
No, which is good. So, when I came home, my dad had the letter.
That's crazy. I can't
So
believe
here's what he
that.
does. He takes the letter to my high school, to the French teacher. She couldn't read it.
Because it was what?
Imagine
It
that.
was like,
French. There's two French teachers. Neither one could read it. So he goes to my cousin, Lorraine, Fred's wife, Lorraine. Remember? She's French-Canadian. She read the letter. And I forgot what it said, but your son is well, he's well treated, something like that. So my dad gets the letter and he frames it.
you don't have that letter though, right?
It was framed. Somebody took it. Mark and I have been looking all over it.
No, we don't have that one.
Jeffrey had it, right?
Oh,
I don't know.
So, okay.
well, did I tell you the story about my dog?
I
Tell
heard
it.
about your dog. Tell me.
Scotty, right?
Scotty.
Scotty, yeah.
I mean, Scotty and I were like this, buddy. My mother didn't like dogs. She chased him out of the living room. He always lived in the basement.
Poor thing.
Poor dog. So when I got in the army, he left. He went down to the neighbor. She took care of him, loved him. Never saw him again. Until this evening, my dad's all by himself. I guess my mom went to bed. And he's reading the paper in the kitchen. And he's got a beer, Burkhardt beer. And there's this scratching on the door. And he said, what's that? He goes to the door, and there's Scotty scratching. He goes to open the door, and he won't go in. He runs away. The next day, they got the telegram. I was missing.
Isn't that weird? That is weird.
So, they got the telegram how long after you were captured, do you think? You know, do you remember? Oh, okay.
But probably.
Oh. So he
Well-
sensed something was wrong.
What was the next
Dog.
day here?
How long
How
were
does
you?
a dog know 4,000 miles away? How would he
That's
know?
that's a really good question.
They have really
I
good senses.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a really amazing thing.
wrote
I
that and
believe
put in
it.
the
Just so you
newspaper.
know.
I put that in Sarasota.
Yeah, we remember reading that.
How long were you in captivity?
Oh, not a year. Not quite a year.
So so you had the SS captain. So how long were you with the SS?
Where's the place that you visited, Joe?
Well, we'll get to that. Let's do it in
That's
chronological order.
further.
Let's see.
I don't know. I'm just trying to.
It's
I
coming.
don't know. It's hard to figure.
So at Metz, they dropped you off.
Why, we went, going across France, we went to Verdun. And I'm in a schoolhouse. Never forget. I'm all by myself, and the four guys, SS, we're having a good time. They're playing pinochle, whatever it is.
Pinnacle.
Pinochle.
Yeah.
And there's a boxcar sitting on the side, not too far from the school. Here comes a P-47. Brrrt, boom, 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 boom. It blew up and everything. All that glass in that school went flying. And the guys all dropped on the ground. Blew it up, Joe.
What was it? Was the enemy
Full
U.S.
of ammunition.
U.S. shot it up.
on purpose?
P-47.
Yeah, on
Yeah,
purpose.
because they were German. It was a German camp.
Oh,
He was
oh,
held
oh,
captive.
I'm sorry. Well, it takes me a minute. Give me a
Let's
second.
just keep Uncle Joe asking the question.
So what happened after the
My
SS
questions
then?
are good.
No, but
I went to Metz.
Yeah,
This is all.
that's all right. Just,
We marched, a group of us, to Hamburg, H-O-M. And there was a Russian camp there, full of Russian women and everybody. And they grouped us for a while. And I met the guy from India, a soldier from India. Bitter, very bitter.
why?
He's fighting for the British. He has no, his country's not free yet. And from there, they separate us. They put us, American soldiers, and Russians, and French, in boxcars. We walked from Saarbrücken. Got on the train, went to Frankfurt. Got on the train to Moosburg. So nothing, they got us caged in, jammed in, and they give us to eat a piece of cheese. God, you make you so thirsty. They did it deliberately. I'm telling you, I was
I
thirsty.
can believe that.
So we got out of the train at Moosburg. There was one faucet running, and everybody's going for the.
Oh, God.
So that's the Moosburg. That's where you were.
Yeah, oh, Mooseburg. That's what.
That's the
Yeah.
the camp. So, what was it like getting into Moosburg? Were there a lot of other Americans there, right?
There's a lot of people there. I think it was over 100,000 prisoners.
Oh, wow.
And it was designed to hold 8,000 people.
This is in
And
Germany.
all kinds. The Russians were treated terrible. They clean out the 70 tanks.
How big was Mooseburg? Like as far as prisoners?
What's that?
How big was
80 to
Moosburg?
100,000 people.
Oh, 8 or 100.
Had
So-
different
Looks
camps.
so small.
Fenced off.
So tell us about the escape. You escaped twice.
No, once.
Once.
Walter Asel, he was built like Rocky Marciano. Tough. And I happened to bump into him because him and I were on maneuvers in Louisiana. And so I said, well, what happened to you? He said, oh, I got caught. He said, I shot 2 Germans. They caught me. I said, they didn't kill you? He said, no. So I said, well, let's stay together and watch because they'll steal you blind, these other soldiers. There is no, in a prison camp, there's no trust. They'll steal you blind.
Even the other Americans?
Oh, yeah. For a piece of bread. So, Walt and I got this brilliant idea. Show you how dumb we are. We're going to escape. Because we go to work every morning. Get up about 4 in the morning, and they bring in you hot tea. It's synthetic. And we wash in it, wipe our face with it, wash it. And we would get on a boxcar and go to Munich and work there, fill in bomb holes. Then you look across the rail yards and you see these Jewish prisoners. And what do you think they're doing? They're pulling out bombs that didn't
I was
explode.
going to say probably worse than you.
Pulling out bombs that didn't explode. And standing way back is the German guard. Because that thing everyone else did
Right.
just turns into dust.
That was the central station, right?
That's the big rail yard. Bomb. Now, if there's an air raid, you have to stay in your barracks. They won't let you out.
Did you have air raids?
You go right over our camp.
But how many did you have where you...
Well, we had quite a few.
You could see the bombers.
Daytime you could, night you can't.
But you can hear it, or...
I can hear them.
Really? They're on their way to bomb Munich, right?
Yeah, Munich. There's another town where they made the Messerschmitts. Down. Not too far, Molly.
Because Munich, I took that train ride. Moosburg to Munich's like an hour, right?
Yeah,
So you did that every day?
every day. Get on the houses, put tile back on roofs, fill in bomb holes.
And
We
tell them.
wanted to go.
Well, yeah, I assume that would be better than the alternative.
I'll tell you this. If I had a rail car full of cigarettes, I could have bought the whole damn country. That was the mean of the exchange.
Yeah.
You deal with them.
Yeah.
One cigarette for a loaf of good bread.
Wow.
Bar of ivory soap. God.
It's a lot of bartering back then, right?
Black market.
Everything was bartering.
So how did the German townspeople treat you?
Pardon?
How did the Munich
yeah.
citizens treat you?
They treat us good. You know, they always have to look over their shoulder. When they're dealing, you know, we get bread, and they would feed us a bowl of hot potato soup because we wanted to go to Munich.
So remember when we went to like any place that we went, but like St. Mary and Glace and stuff, they loved you.
That was France. That was in France.
Yeah, I know, but they loved
Yeah.
the fact that he was there, and represented their country, and I
But,
mean that's kind of cool.
So tell us about the liberation
Good
of the camp.
So Walt and I are talking. I said, we got to get
yeah.
out of here. We're going to die in this camp. I said, well, we'll go. We work in the rail yards. We jump on a train and get out. Not thinking. We don't know where the train's going. It's probably going to Russia. If we go to Russia, we're dead. He says, no, they'll probably go to Switzerland. I said, we'll take a chance. So we escape from the guard. We hide in the boxcar. We got a few potatoes, we say, piece of bread. Next thing you know, they open their door, and they got 2 guards. Crazy. They caught us. I'll never forget the date. It was March 22. I think it was Washington's birthday. It was on a,
Probably.
look it up. It was on a
It
Sunday.
probably is
We
Washington's birthday.
escaped
Yeah.
Saturday. It was Sunday. They put
The,
us in this.
February 22nd is Washington's birthday.
No, because remember they mixed the two,
No, no.
Jefferson and Washington.
Yeah, no.
Was it?
February was.
Was it February?
Yeah.
It
It
was
might have
February.
been. I don't know.
So they put us in this big place, and the Germans pick up the phone. They don't say hello, Heil Hitler, Heil Hitler, hello, Heil Hitler, Heil Hitler. And they're talking, and they take us, put us in another section, and they were full of guys that escaped. A few British, a couple of Frenchmen, not too many. It's a room. So they bring a loaf of bread. And this British guy is cutting. And Walter's looking at him. And he gives Walter a piece. Walter says, no, I want the other one. The guy says, no, I'm cutting, you get this. Walter
It's
and
gonna be
him
a
have a
hard
fight.
controversy.
They fought over crumbs. And Walter hit this. This guy was a British, he said he was a British champ in Malta, boxing champ. He laid him out 1 punch.
Who, Walter did, or
Walter,
he laid the British guy out?
1 punch.
Just for the bread.
Just hit him. Over a piece of bread, for God's sake.
So what happened then?
But there was probably more to it than, I mean, it was only bread in your eyes, but there was probably more to it.
They didn't like each other.
Well, and then so much stress. I mean, you can't.
I can imagine.
So how long were you in in that area?
Oh, I don't think too long. I think they marched us out all the way from Munich through Augsburg and through there's an airfield, forgot the name of it. And we stayed there a while, then they flight us to France, liberated. The war was over. It was a
So
pretty
what happened
walk.
in France? I mean, you never really talked about that when we went out there. It was just like a
Like
party.
a VE Day. You were in Paris for VE Day? The victory, you know, at the end of the war, what was Paris like?
Yeah, Uncle Dan and I. My brother,
So do you saw your brother there?
Camp Lucky Strike.
So yeah, tell us how you and Uncle Dan.
He was
That's
over
weird
there,
that you
and I
even saw him there.
I said, Dan, we jumped and hugged. He says,
Really?
we're going to Paris
Well,
tonight.
how did you? Where did you see him at? That wasn't in Paris.
It's outside of Paris, the camp. It's in France.
Yeah,
somewhere.
how'd you know that he was going to be there? You
I
didn't
didn't know.
You just
Happy to
saw
see
him?
him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the
He's
craziest.
from it. He was on the Baltic Sea.
I know. I knew he was like completely.
He was a prisoner of war
That's
too, Uncle
so
Dan?
Yeah, he was on
weird. Yeah.
On the Baltic. And they had to get him out of that camp. The Russians were coming. So that's how we met.
So what
That
happened then?
is
How did you get to
weird.
Paris? You just took off?
Danny and I got a ride, got into Paris. We ate the rich food, got sick, really got sick.
That's what happens.
Overdo it.
It's if you haven't had it. It's not that you ever did it.
Went to
Drinking too, right?
the Eiffel Tower, to the tower.
Was it a
That's
joyous time where people?
Oh, people sell. This is after May, after the. It was after. A
Right.
few days, week after, still celebrating. They're really,
I've
were no-
seen so many pictures of that.
There were no
looks
Germans there, right? They were all gone.
they're gone. And from there, we went train to Le Havre and sailed back.
Oh, everyone left out of Le
Like,
Havre back
where's
to
the
England.
Havre?
It's on,
Everyone left from Le Havre back
Normandy.
to
It's
England?
East of Normandy.
Oh,
Oh,
back to
okay.
U.S.
Oh, from the U. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
So, Pockie, what's the best thing that happened to you in your experience in the war?
Leaving the war, probably.
the best thing.
The best thing.
I
Leaving.
don't think I had a best thing.
Sure, yeah, I'm
Man,
sure it's
believe-
probably
Well,
getting out of there, right?
Might have been. I mean, I don't
Like the
know.
most
but
memorable. What's the most memorable?
thing? I can think of something already, and I wasn't even there.
What? And what was that?
Meeting
Well,
the farm,
sometimes I-
the farmer,
Think about the prison camp. Think about that Frenchman.
the Frenchman that
You ever
delivered
keep
your
in touch
letter.
with Walt?
Oh, Walt come home. We lived in Akron.
Oh, oh, wow.
What's the worst thing?
Yeah,
He
what
got
was,
captured in the Battle of the Bulge.
oh, did he? Yeah, what was the worst thing, the worst experience of the war for you?
Like the worst thing that you can think of that
I'm sure he probably doesn't want to think of it.
he's all right with it. That's why he was
I
telling the
think it was
story.
in the firefight. When they shot up the tank.
Oh, right before you got captured?
Yeah. Probably the worst.
So, Pockie, when we went and did the tour of Normandy and we were like on the beaches and stuff, and you were in the cemetery, it was so serene. What was your thoughts there? Like it seemed like you were in another place when we were walking through the cemetery. What was your thoughts?
That could be me. I could have been
That,
there.
you know what? I respect that thought, honestly. I never would have thought that. I thought you were thinking of something else, but
There
yeah.
was 8,500 Americans buried
Yeah.
in that cemetery.
That was that. I didn't think of that, honestly. I thought about the children and the
A lot
parents
of
and
guys got
the,
killed different ways. Some got shot. A lot of them got killed by artillery, booby traps, mines. They were ruthless, the booby traps. You
I
dare
can't
pick
even
up anybody.
imagine. Yeah, I
You
can't
see a
even
dead
imagine.
German, you don't touch him. Booby trap.
So when they booby trap something, it's like a mine, or how do they do that?
They hide the explosive,
Like a pressure switch.
It's like,
break a circuit, bang. Yeah,
is that still the way it is, or no? Do we know?
They do landmines now.
Or IEDs.
You know. There'll never be another thing like D-Day again. With the way warfare has changed, you're never going to have
A lot of it's
150,000
been
soldiers.
up to the largest of them all. I think it was
Well-
5,000 ships.
Pockie, you should really be proud of yourself because
Okay.
you should be really proud of yourself. You were involved in a war that literally changed this world. I mean,
Is it?
literally it did.
We lit
You should
up.
be proud.
I can't hear what you
You're
said.
a
No,
part
she's
of
saying
it.
you should be proud of the fact that you were part of a war that changed the face of the earth. I mean, you stopped, you know.
I
You
didn't
st-
do much.
Well, no, I
No,
mean,
but you're a part of it.
you played a part.
Everybody plays a part in something that happens. You don't
I'll
have
tell
to
you.
be the main part.
When I was 5 years old, I'm playing outside. There's a fight going on. Kid throws a rock, hits me in the side. The eyes got scar tissue. You can see maybe. See, right now there's a black mark going across. So I'm going to go in the army. So I said, well, I'll just go and come back home. So the doctor passes me.
Yeah, he's
But
like,
he
that's not that
stamps-
bad of a mark.
Stamps on my hand. LS. I said, what's that? She said, limited service. You're probably working a warehouse. So there was no warehouse.
Instead, he's landing on the beaches of Normandy.
Are
First time
you-
I shot the
you-
hammer rifle, Joe, I had to shoot it this way. It's only I can see.
I
Getting
can't
kicked
even shoot a rifle out of my good eye, so you're doing
right
pretty
here.
good.
Kicked. I think puffed up black and blue. Here's a story I want to tell you. They put me here, this is during basic training. The corporal says, well, Herd, tomorrow put a towel around your bed. You're going to wake up at 5:30. You're on guard duty. This is in the States, yeah. It's okay. So I go to the mess hall, I get breakfast, they pack me a little lunch. This corporal takes me way out to the firing range. He says, don't let anybody go by, unless they got a password. He gives me the password. I don't forget what it was. It's okay. So I'm there from early morning, all day. Clouds, I look and I'm like, I eat my lunch. Evening comes, nobody came to pick me up. Lo and behold, here comes a Jeep. I said, halt, who goes there? I walk close to him. It's a general. I swear. He says, we're going up to the firing range. Sorry, what's the password? He wouldn't give it to me.
What did you do?
I
Aren't you
swear,
supposed to
I
shoot
didn't
him?
let him go. If I would have let him go, he would have court-martialed me.
Right, because that's what you can't do.
He says, soldier, let me through. I'm general, I forgot. Well, you only had 1 star, brigadier. Sorry, sir. Password. I had the gun like this. So,
Would you have shot him?
no, I don't think so.
I don't see. I would be like
I
amiss
should
by
probably
what
shoot
to do
in the air.
with that.
So what does he do? He goes back, gets the password, then he comes again. So I told him the same thing. He gives me the password. And he thanked me. So you did right, soldier.
That's good. Good for you.
He says, why are you still out here? He said, nobody came to pick me up. I guess he gets on the radio. And, boy, next thing you know, they pick me up. It's about 8, 9 o'clock at night. I'm out there all that
Puppy.
way out.
But you know what, Pockie? You did good. I applaud you. You passed the test.
Yeah.
That would have been one of the hardest tests because you know you can't let them through if
Can't go
they don't
through.
say the password. But yet he says he's a colonel. That would be weird.
But the mystery is, where is that letter?
You should talk to.
That the Frenchman sent?
Doesn't
I
Jeffrey
thought
have
you
it?
had it.
No, I've never seen it.
Oh,
You never saw it?
No,
You think Jeff has it?
that's what we've heard. Your
Oh,
mom
who's
probably
got it?
knows.
Wait, your flight from Germany back to Paris or outside of Paris, who flew you from there, from Germany to Paris?
Well, it'd be one of those Dakota planes. The guys use for to jump on parachute.
Oh, AR-4,
C-47s?
like a DC-3, right?
Yeah. That's you fly over the landscape, a couple thousand feet, you see all the bomb craters, all
Yeah.
through France. 70 years ago.
Man, there's nothing
that
left.
is crazy.
There's nothing
70
left in
years
Newsburg.
ago.
When I was
20
in
years
Newsburg,
old.
it's
Still went
70
behind the years.
Yeah.
all the
It's
barracks are.
20 years old is impressive, but 70 years ago was really impressive. 70 years. That's insane.
Well,
Well, I'm proud of you. You did good.
we'll have to go back on the. Ryan and I were talking the
75th
75th.
anniversary, Poppy.
75th?
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah, he'll be
Yeah.
95. He'll be.
Might
probably
as
still be-
well.
you'll
we
still
should
be a
just,
spring
we
chicken.
should just all go and
Yeah, I really want to.
yeah, I would definitely go.
Yeah.
I would definitely go.
Yeah.
I'm impressed by the whole. I've learned so much since I met Joe and met you. I didn't really know a lot about World War II, to be honest with you. I mean, my parents really never taught me. I had no reason to learn, and
We saw a lot on that trip.
saw a lot. That was probably the best trip of my life, honestly.
Yeah, that's good. Anything else? Any other stories?
No. Made a lot of friends. They're all gone.
Who was your commanding officer?
My commander, I think that was Captain Fox. Captain Fox.
Did you come in contact with or see any of the 4-star generals?
Never saw him.
Never saw any of them?
Probably not, yeah.
I mean, just even after, the celebration,
Bradley?
you never even
No.
saw them. And
You reported
From a
up through
distance.
Bradley, right?
I was under Bradley.
He was a good
Here's a
general.
question for you.
I got it.
Everybody's talking about Montgomery. What's one of his great blunders? One. Name one.
He said that thing that was really wrong.
What they
Upright.
needed was a port for supplies.
Oh, Antwerp? Antwerp?
Antwerp.
Yeah.
What was wrong with that?
Antwerp was inland.
Antwerp was 40 miles inland. And the Germans had all the cover.
Right. You couldn't get in, right?
So he bypasses it. He didn't clear it out when he had a chance. And all that time.
And he had the Market Garden blunder, right?
Oh, that was a bad
I
one.
took the train right through, what's the name of the city?
That didn't involve.
Where the bridge is. Ardennes, not Ardennes. It's right next to Nijmegen. You know, the city with the bridge. The bridge too far?
Yeah.
With the
Which one?
we drove right. We took the train through there.
You went over that bridge?
No, we went on the. No, I was on a train. It's the stop right before Nijmegen. It's the Dutch city, where the bridge.
Arnhem.
Arnhem, yeah.
Arnhem, yeah.
Yeah. He blundered there, right?
Yeah, one road goes up all the way up.
Rocky, does
They
it
block one road, they're done.
does it amaze you that like so much happened over there that now it's so nothing like that? Like it amazes me when we go over there, just when we went with you, that it's so like there's no animosity, well, towards us. There's no
We go to Germany,
violence.
they treat us like Ocelot's brothers. They treat us good.
Isn't that weird?
So the guy that gave me the tour of your prison camp, Bernard, told me that he was a little boy when Patton liberated the camp. He saw Patton come through on his tanks. He was a 7-year-old kid sitting in his front yard, and he sees General Patton roll by in the tanks, and they liberated the camp. You were already gone, right?
Yeah, I was way down, past Augsburg.
Okay.
But there's a city airfield there.